Hello and welcome to this new video. In the previous video, we adapted the integration of Steam Friends and Presents into the project. In this video, we continue the adaptation work to integrate Steam lobby sessions into the project. Normally, there isn't much to modify in the project. However, there are some things to consider when using sessions with Steam. The important thing to note regarding Steam sessions is that the player cannot search for sessions they are a part of. This is a limitation from Steam. Steam does not return sessions in search results for which the player is a member. So, it's normal to have the error message indicating that the process found 0 sessions after creating a lobby session, for example. However, if there are other sessions owned by other players, the search code will return those sessions to the player. The second thing to note is that Steam lobby sessions do not have integrated voice chat, unlike OSS lobby sessions. Therefore, you need to use Steam Voice to integrate voice chat into your game, and we'll cover that later. As we did in the previous video, we first need to check and verify the triggering of delegates related to sessions since our project uses them. Steam does not support notifications for sessions. So, the event on notification session received is not triggered by the Steam plugin. We use this event to unregister players when receiving notifications for leave and remove. In this case, when a player leaves the lobby, the other members will not be notified, and thus they will not unregister that player. So, we want to do the same thing as we did for OSS Plus, which is to use a function in the master game mode to unregister the player. It will be a function similar to the register function. So, I will delete the implementation made for this event. Go to the master game mode to add the function. It will be the same registering function, but we change the register call to unregister for each connected controller. Since we already have a function that unregisters the local player who leaves the lobby, we will modify it so that it unregisters the player for all members of the session. Copy the implementation of the register function into this function. Create the local player IDs variable. Replace the call to the register function with unregister. The player ID is that of the player leaving the lobby. Indeed, we don't need to store the player IDs. We just need to pass the controller of the player leaving the lobby as a parameter to the function to get his ID, then loop through the player cards to call unregister for each player. Add the controller of the player leaving the lobby as an input. By using his controller and the player cards, we can obtain his ID. Connect the function input. I want to add a short delay to ensure that the unregistering process is complete before removing his player card. Using an event dispatcher is the right solution. There is one important thing left to modify. When creating the lobby session, we need to uncheck the Allow Join via Presence Friends Only option in the session settings and check the Allow Join in Progress option, otherwise the session will not be searchable by other players. This is done in the Lobby Sessions widget when the Create Session button is clicked. One important thing to do is that we need to verify that our game is installed on Steam for each client, otherwise the client won't be able to find sessions. In your Steam library, your game must be installed, and you should have the play button, as well as a shortcut for the game added to the desktop. I recommend uninstalling the game and then reinstalling it on each client PC to avoid this issue. Now, launch both clients, Player 1 and Player 2. Create a lobby session on player 1's side and join it from player 2. The session is created and the player is registered, but if you search for sessions, the session won't show up. As I mentioned at the beginning, a Steam session is not searchable by the member players. However, player 2 can search for and join player 1's session.
Join the session.
Here you go, the player was able to join the session and is properly registered by each member. Now both players cannot search for the session since they are both members. If player 2 leaves the session, he will be unregistered, allowing him to search for and join the session again. The session has been updated, and the current number of members is 1. From player 1, try inviting player 2 to the session. Player 2 has received a Steam invitation.
Click on Play Game.
And there you go, he was able to join the session through the invitation. If you invite him while he's in the session, the message "Already in session" will appear. Check if the host can kick him out. He is unregistered and kicked out. Create a lobby session on player 2's side and verify that player 1 can find and join it. Everything is working well. Player 1's session has been destroyed since he joined another session. Start a player-hosted match to test the session management in match. The session was destroyed since the match is over. We've now tested all possible scenarios and everything works as expected. That's all for this video, see you in the next one.